Welcome to Lookout Mountain Flight Park. Congratulations on taking the steps to realize your dreams of free flight. You're about to embark on a wonderful journey into the exciting sport of hang gliding. In just a few minutes, we'll drive down to the training hills at the base of the mountain. Pay attention to the drive so that you'll know how to get there in the future.
Your first session is called Ground School. We'll start on flat ground and learn the safety checks and procedures. The major safety procedures we'll learn today are the flight plan and the hang check. Then we'll learn the principles that make a wing fly. These steps will require about 30 minutes of time. Next, we'll get started on launch procedure. We'll explain the exact procedure, then we'll demonstrate the procedure on level ground. Now your turn to give it a try. Remember to have fun. You're on the ground while doing this. The glider won't just take off in the sky like a witch's broom. We'll give you pointers and helpful critiques so that you can improve your technique and gain confidence with every practice run. The major technique points are to keep your eyes out ahead on a target and let the glider fly without trying to overly control it or manhandle it. Don't get hung up on getting into the air. Instead, focus on that technique. Just jog like you will keep running all the way to your target. Once your technique has developed on level ground, we'll inch our way up the bunny hill and give you the opportunity to get airborne. You probably won't get more than a few feet off the ground on your first flight. In fact, you may not get in the air at all. Your job is to relax, practice your technique, and have fun. With improvement, we'll let you fly higher and higher on the hill. Don't worry about the landing at this point. You'll be rolling it in on the wheels, and it won't require any running or stopping on your feet. We'll get as much accomplished as we can the first day. We'll stop training when blustery conditions arise or when we see you showing signs of excessive fatigue. What do we expect from you? First, listen to your instructor carefully and follow their guidance. The highest priority of your instructor is to help you be safe. Our instructors train more hang glider pilots than anyone in the world. Any decision they make must be followed. Secondly, have fun and cheer for each other. Man and woman have dreamt of free flight for centuries. We finally can do it. Most people compare their first flights to one of their greatest achievements. That deserves a hearty cheer. No golf claps, please. Thirdly, be smart and conservative when you fly. Flying is a great accomplishment. There's no need to try to be a superhero. What happens after your session at ground school? If you have a tandem aero tow flight scheduled, you'll fly in the afternoon with the instructor right by your side. Expect the instructor to fly the glider up to 2,000 feet on your first aero tow. Once released from the tow plane, your instructor will be teaching you proper technique right by your side. The tandem flights will greatly increase your confidence and decrease your total training time. If your goal is to clear for solo high-altitude flight quickly, then tandem flights will certainly get you to your goal faster. Another form of training we may utilize is scooter towing. This technique for getting altitude can be used as a low-altitude training method. Certain weather conditions may not allow for hill training, but may work for the scooter. What happens on multi-day packages? You'll continue on with your training just as you left off your last session. The novice packages are designed to have you flying off the mountain. To gain skills, you will continue improving and perfecting your launch technique. You will also learn to fly with perfect airspeed. Once you have gained this ability, we will train you to land on your feet. When you have gained enough skill and consistency to have 4 good launches with good airspeed and foot landings, then you have the skills for a beginner rating. If you have read the training manual and passed the written test, you will have earned the certification. Next is the big hill. This hill is over 90 feet tall. Here, we will continue working on proper airspeed. We'll also start your practicing of turns and maneuvering. Your instructor will assign a task for you to accomplish twice in a row before moving to a more challenging task. Once you have completed all the tasks and taken 2 more tests, you'll have your novice rating and be ready for a mountain launch. I know it looks scary right now. It did for all of us, but that's what training is for. With proper training, you'll have the skill and confidence to safely and proudly fly from the mountain launch ramp. We'll be supervising you and making sure there are no concerns or questions left unanswered. Remember that the mountain launch is really very easy compared to the skills you'll need to graduate from our training hills. Some quick basic information about flying. First, once in the air, pull the down tubes towards you for a little extra speed, but only very slightly, just about half an inch. A little extra speed is not a bad thing. Flying too slow is a bad thing. The one thing you do not want to do is push out on the down tubes, which will slow you down, possibly into a stall. Stalls are very bad in a hang glider if you are near the ground, and our training hills are always near the ground. When a glider stalls, it throws its nose over and goes into a nosedive. This is fine at 500 feet, but at only 50 feet of altitude, the nosedive will not have ended yet. This is a good way to get hurt. So remember, don't try to push out on the down tubes thinking it will give you a longer or higher flight. No pushing out. No pushing out. No pushing out. Second, don't worry so much about getting in the air. You should focus on jogging all the way to your target. Forcing the glider in the air never works. Relax, be patient, and keep jogging down the hill. Third, once you're in the air, continue to fly with a light grip. The hang glider flies with fingertip controls. Fourth, remember, the modern hang glider knows how to fly itself. Let it do the work. Relax your grip and don't try to manhandle it. Now let's go have some fun.